Morning, everyone. Welcome to our webinar of distributed generation applications and advantages of Solís inverters. Thank you so much for your time and for being here. We are going to wait a couple of minutes before we officially start with this webinar. Okay, we will start now. Thank you again for your time. Thank you again for being here. Um, we are going to talk about applications and advantages of Solís inverters. Um, Basically, okay, I'm going to start talking a little bit about Mako Solar before Sergio starts to talk about a little bit in depth about Solís. So Mako Solar is 100% focused on distribution of solar equipment in Latin America. We do not install or do anything besides distribution. Our clients are installers, developers, EPCs, and distributors in more than 20 countries in the region. We were founded in 1922. We come from a group that is called Mako. It is a company that's been in the market for a while now, as you can see. It's also dedicated to wholesale distribution. It has more than 1,000 employees, more than 40,000 customers, more than 10,300 SKUs, and 7 commercial divisions. Mako Solar is the newest commercial division. So this is basically a little bit more about our company. We are very flexible in terms of logistics. We have some warehouses located internationally that I will share in a couple of minutes, but that allow us to be very quick in our response, and of course to have a good variety of references and equipment in these warehouses, and also to be very flexible, as I mentioned, in terms of the Incoterm you prefer for your purchase. You also have one objective, and is to make your life easier in every way possible. So the idea is that we can provide the whole equipment and BOS and wire and everything you require for your projects. So you don't have to be like negotiating with different points of contacts, but you can find everything you need in Mako Solar. We are the preferred distributor in 20 Latin American countries, as I mentioned, and we try to be very quick. in our responses in terms of quotes and pretty much in any doubt, question, or information that you require, because we understand that the market is very dynamic. So as I mentioned before, we have five international warehouses. We have one warehouse in Panama, in Miami, Dominican Republic, Guatemala, and Puerto Rico. So this allows us to have a good geographically position in the region. So these are the brands that we mainly work with. As you can see, all of them very recognized and recognized, of course, because of the good quality of their products. So having said this, I am going to leave you with Sergio, who is going to talk a little bit more about Solís and the main topic of this webinar. Thank you again for your participation.
Thank you, Maria. Can I share the screen? Yes. Maria, can you confirm that the screen can be seen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Maria, and thank you for the MEICO team for the organization of this event. The idea of this seminar is to be available online. So if this will be recorded and placed on YouTube for further references. We will take a general look of the Solís portfolio that we have available mainly for the Caribbean and Latin America. The Caribbean is a complex area full of different islands with different configurations, voltages, certifications. So it's like a combination of UL and IEC European standards. So in Solís, we do have a lot of products, and I hope that with this webinar you can take a look of all our different products and solutions we have for all the different islands in terms of on-grid inverters, off-grid, and especially hybrid that are right now a very hot topic in with all our customers in the Caribbean. So the first question is why Jinglong and why Solís? Who is who and why is different names? Jinglong Technologies is our mother company. We commercialize all our products outside China with the Solís brand. So Jinglong is our Chinese mother company, and all the products in China are commercialized as Jinglong. I will show you some of the pictures of the company. So in terms of company profile, this is the name of our mother company, Jinglong. The company was founded in China in 2005 in the city of Ningbo. We currently have a new facility with 80 gigawatt capacity of production. And as mentioned before, we are the third largest manufacturer of string inverters, and we manufacture inverters to other many brands. So if you see in the market some inverter that looks very similar to Solís, it's pretty much a Solís. Regarding our founder, Mr. Jimmy Wan, he founded the company in 2005. He's actually the CEO and general manager of the company. So, and the same has been for the last 19 years. And he's a very involved person in the solar industry, especially in the power electronics market. So in terms of history, as mentioned before, we are the third largest inverter manufacturer in the world. We started our company in 2005 in the city of Ningbo in China. For the first 10 years, the company experienced expansion to different markets, but it was until 2016 that the company really expanded to more than 100 countries thanks to the different certifications, the awards, and also the reliability of our products. In 2019, the company went public. So since then, it started a big expansion, going from 5 gigawatt capacity of production to up to 80 gigawatt capacity of today. In terms of numbers, we have over 4,000 employees, 800 in R&D department. As mentioned, 80 gigawatt capacity this year. We reached 26 gigawatt capacity of shipment last year, up to 100 total since we start. And yeah, I'm gonna show you a video of the company. Short video. Okay, so that's a short video of our production line, which is very optimized. And with that, we achieve 80 gigawatt capacity every year. The solar industry is growing, expanding in all the different markets, and so we try to fulfill that demand of solar inverters. In terms of product profile, we will go into a very general introduction into the options we have. From on the left side, we have the residential solutions. We just launched a microinverter in Europe last year, sorry. And now we have all these residential inverters that are from single phase to three-phase low voltage of 220, 208, or 380. And then we have the commercial line that comes from 15 to 125, ranging in different voltages and configurations. And of course, we have the utility part. We have the current inverter of 215 to 255, and the newest that is 350. I believe that this product will be launched in the Q3 of this year. We'll be ready for utility projects. So as you see, this is a very big portfolio. When you look into more detail of each one of these products, you will find that they have different capacities, different characteristics. We also comply with UL and IEC certification. In terms of hybrid inverters, this becomes a little bit tricky with some customers because we have many options. The hybrid solutions are becoming more popular day by day, especially in the Caribbean. Puerto Rico is a good example of how a climate or a hurricane change a lot how people think about energy. So hybrid installations are becoming the standard in those islands. Also, the energy prices in the different islands is completely expensive, and solar energy comes a very competitive solution. We have a very wide range of hybrid solutions, each one of them with different characteristics. I'm not going to go into every detail of every product because it's going to will be a long webinar. But if you are looking at this webinar, please come to us, come to Mako, take a look at the data sheets, check the characteristics, and of course, try to find the best solutions for your problems. In terms of communication and control, we have a Solís RF link. This is mainly used in Europe. Then we have the most standard solutions that that come from Wi-Fi, GPRS, Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi LAN, Wi-Fi, and GPRS as well. And the EPM, or the Export Power Manager, that allows control for the exportation into the grid. So if you have a complicated electricity company that doesn't allow you to connect in a couple of days, you can use this kind of solutions. If you want to use different sensors like irradiation, wind, temperature, and a weather station, you can use the S3 logger. And of course, for utility projects, the PLC. These are just the most simple solutions for communication and monitoring. We, of course, have our Solís Cloud platform. This is a completely free Solís Cloud platform, and it can give you a really easy overview of your installation and your plans. So we will go now into the residential on-grid inverters. We will start with the smaller one available in the market, in the region. We have 3 families. Each one of them have different characteristics. Like this one is the smallest one, the 0.7 to 3.6 is one of the most popular in Latin American markets. Then we have the 2.5 to 6, which has 2 or 3 MPPTs. And then we have the 7 to 10 kilowatt that has 2 and 3 MPPTs. They all share very similar benefits. I mean, it depending on the size of your PV installation and your requirements. So we offer you flexibility in terms of design. These inverters can be used in single phase European configuration, which is a 220 or 230, like neutral to a one phase, and also for a split phase 220 to 40 in both frequencies, 50 and 60. This is a very common question that we receive a lot from the different islands, especially because they have all these different configurations and requirements. So we offer you this flexibility with these products. And of course, they all have the 2 required certifications. In terms of current, we offer a 16 amps input, but this is just the nominal input. You, of course, can use the short circuit current can be higher than this. We have also a new product. This one is a little bit smaller than the previous model that we saw, but it keep the same rating. So we believe that between 2.5 and 6 kilowatt is the most common sizing in residential projects. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 different 7 different options for you to choose the most suitable inverter available. It applies the same. It has 2 MPPTs. They also have 2 certifications, UL and YEC, depending on the country you want to install. They have also the same benefit of using in single phase European standard or split phase UL. Something else I'm missing is that all of these inverters, they have a zero export power control that can be combined with a meter and two CTs or one CT, which is the current transformer. And you can also get 24/7 monitoring with this kind of inverters. For larger installations and maybe a combination of a large house with a small business, we also have the three-phase line that also comes in 220 low voltage. So if you have a three-phase 220 and a 380, we can offer you this kind of solutions. It's very important that every time you have a project and you come with us, you clearly define your requirements, your needs. If you're in the Bahamas, if you are in Puerto Rico, if you are in Barbados, if you are in Aruba, if you are in Turks and Caicos, each one of these islands have different requirements, and it's very important you tell us from where you're going to start the project and what's the requirements and the limitations of the place. Based on those needs, we can offer you one of our solutions, because it gets complicated when you look into our portfolio and we have many options, so it can get confusing. All of these inverters also have the export power control, and they have AFC protection. They have UL, all the UL requirements and certifications, and also the IEC as well. Now we go to the LV, the three-phase LV, that stands for low voltage. These inverters can be used in three-phase low voltage configurations from 208, 220, and 240, and also high delta. What is a high delta? The high delta is when you have a three-phase configuration with two phases being 208, and maybe one of the phases come with a high phase, like 240 or 260. This is something we found in Peru, Jamaica, in some other islands. So all of these inverters are fully compatible with these solutions. And we have the 15, 20, and 23 kilowatt inverter, and then we also have a new model that comes in 30 and 36. So we have 5 different options in this product line. They all can also be found in UL and IEC certifications. And then we go to one of our most popular inverter models for Latin America, the 50 to 75 kilowatt inverter, low voltage. So we continue with the same line of the compatibility with low voltage configurations and a high delta. All of these inverters are pretty much plug and play under these configurations and requirements, and they all come with the grid standards for Latin America. And if we need to adjust those parameters, it's very easy directly on the display. You can just open the ranges, open the frequency, open the voltage, and you will be good to go. They all have a 16. This depends on the model itself. It can come from 16 to up to 23 amps per string. So you have a really high compatibility with all the new models of 182 or 210 different models. They also have a Y connector that can also help you to save a lot of the DC costs in cables. And as well, they all have UL and IEC certifications. So that's right now, currently, this is the largest 75 kilowatt low voltage is the largest inverter we have with this configuration. So if we need higher inverters, we do have the HV line that comes in 3-phase 440, 480. However, these inverters will only come in UL certification. Yeah. So in this product line, in this family, we have from 75 to 125. We also have a 124, specially designed for Mexico and Colombia because of the regulations we have here in terms of limits in GD, in distributed generation. And from there, you also have all these options. From 75 to 100, you have also the possibility to add a rapid shutdown device. So the inverters can be ordered with the rapid shutdown controller inside the inverter, and you will only need to add the rapid shutdown device on the panels. Of course, as mentioned, depending on your requirements, please come to us, please come to Mako, please state your requirements, your needs, the project details, and we will try to come with the most suitable solution for your project. These inverters are UL certification, as mentioned, and they only work at 60 hertz. We do have a product line that comes from 80, 100, and 110 in IEC and three-phase 380. But yeah, we can mention that later on. And then we go to the utility. I mean, I'm not gonna go too much into detail about this. If you have any utility projects, it's important we have a discussion about the details. Utility projects are complex, are not that simple. So we need to understand the requirements. Also, we can offer you also an MB station that adds to this inverter. And we are launching a new inverter, which is going to be a little bit bigger than the little sister of 255. But yeah, we offer you 100 kilowatt more. We will offer this in two versions, one with 12 strings and 16 strings. And then we go to the hybrid. I mean, here I'm going to focus right now on the most popular inverter. This is the UL certified inverter. And here is the most important characteristics of this inverter. This inverter, the S6 with the US at the end, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different power ratings from 3.8 to 11.4. Is only for split phase configurations. Split phase is two phases, 110, 120 each, with a neutral. And between the phases, you have 240. The inverter can only be used with high voltage lithium batteries. We do have a compatibility list with the major brands, being Pilontech, Soluna, LG, BYD, Fortress, and more to come. It has a UL certification that includes also rapid shutdown models and transmitters. And from there, I mean, one of the key characteristics of this inverter is that it has one-to-one backup power without any auto transformer. Auto transformers are used a lot in the Caribbean because they have European hybrid inverters with different voltages, different configurations. So they have to use an auto transformer. This inverter is completely plug and play. If you want to look more about this, we have plenty of information in English and Spanish. So because this inverter is mainly designed for the US, Mexico, and of course, all the Caribbean. This inverter also can be installed up to 3 inverters in parallel. And we already have plenty of these solutions and projects mainly in Central America and República Dominicana. So that's the UL. Now we will talk about the European brother, the IEC certification inverter. This inverter, the main difference is that it can be used for single phase European 230. Yeah, so this is going to be a single phase 230 inverter. and it can be used with LV, like low voltage battery, 48 voltage battery, from also lithium or lead acid. The compatibility list for this line of battery is more extended. Now, what is the difference between HV, LV? High voltage comes, the high voltage battery can storage more energy in less volume, and also the cable connections are thinner. You don't need really a thick caliber with as compared with the low voltage battery. Also, the life cycle of a high voltage battery and a lithium battery are 3-4 times compared to an LV battery. Prices, of course, are one of the main decision points, but you also have to analyze the key main difference between a high voltage and a low voltage battery in terms of your requirements. If you don't have a lot of power or energy requirements in your house, like some basic lights, batteries, computers, and maybe some TVs, maybe you can go for the LV. If you need something, if you have a bigger house, a bigger energy consumption, my suggestion is that you have a high voltage battery. Each one of these inverters have many different specific and unique characteristics. I'm not gonna go into each one of them. If I will invite you to check for the data sheets that we have available in our website. And now we go to also a European version inverter. This is a three-phase 380. It can also be used for 415 configurations, similar to Jamaica or Barbados. And we have also the compatibility with HV battery. So all of these inverters have as mentioned, very unique, different characteristics because they are designed for different markets. This one, the European, but of course, all these characteristics can be used in Latin America. We will be launching this year as well a bigger inverter, like for commercial and industry. It will be 4 different models from 29 to 50 kilowatt. We are thinking that maybe these first two options, the 29.9 and 30 kilowatt, will be also low voltage, like 3-phase to 20. But yeah, we will provide more information in the year. So as for now, we are trying to promote a lot of the hybrid solutions that we have, and we are expecting the market will tell us what are the requirements for the future to come. And as Solís, we are a manufacturer. We are the largest PV manufacturer. We can adapt and continuously innovate our products based on market requirements and demands. We will be also launching a commercial solution for energy storage with PV and PCS models. The basic functionality of these all-in-one solutions will be as follows. You will have a DC-DC converter, which is going to be the PV the PV model. It will convert the energy from the panels directly into the battery. And then we will also have the PCS that will convert the energy saved in the battery or from the panels to the AC. All of this will be in a container all in one. And it will come also with an EMS and STS and a smart meter. So you will have a pretty much all-in-one storage solution. This storage solution can also be coupled with existing inverters on site. And regarding export control, this is the EPM. We just launched a new webinar about this EPM. We also have plenty of EPM seminars in our YouTube channel in English and Spanish. So the basic functionality of the EPM is to have different inverters completely controlled with communication and meter and a CT. So if you don't want to inject back into the grid, or if the permits are taking too much and you already want to connect your customer to the self-consumption, you can use an EPM. And it's a very competitive solution, less than $1,000, that can save you thousands and thousands of energy bills in 1 or 2 months that the permits take time to interconnect. Or in case there are no permits to interconnect, you can also use these solutions for self-consumption. And these are the main products: the smart meter, the APM, which is a very small device; the smart meter, that is a very standard in the market; and also the CTs. We're almost done. I'm going to show you some case studies about the energy storage. This is in the US. This is in UK using our 100 and 110 inverters. This is the same inverter, but in a greenfield plant. One more inverter, 125 for a 10 megawatt in Poland. And this is in China. This is the tidal flat project. All of these panels are completely on top of the ocean, and the ocean comes and goes depending on the moon rise or etc. I mean the tidal. So all of these all the inverters are installed in each one of these strings. So it's one of a very complex complex project in China. And in terms of Solís, we have over 28 centers in all the world. We are from Canada, US, Mexico. Myself included is in Mexico with the responsibility of LATAM. We have in Chile, we have in Brazil, we have in South Africa, we have, of course, in Asia, and in Europe, in all the main countries. So we have a very big team, a big family, and we have a lot of communication in between. For Latin America, the service, the after-sale service is quite simple. We have 4 different players or actors. Of course, we are here as Solís Latam as the manufacturer of the inverter. We have our regional partner, which in this case is Meiko. They will be providing you the solutions, the integrated solutions from panels, structure, cables, etc. We also have the EPC, which is one of the most important actors in this value chain, and we have the end customer. If we have an end customer with a problem, that can be a residential house, a residential end customer, or a CNI customer, or a utility end customer, we depend entirely on the EPC. The EPC is the most responsible, is the responsible person that has to be the one that will make this first analysis. If the project is the installation is correct, if something is wrong with the inverter, the EPC can contact the regional partner. They contact us. We analyze the evidence. We analyze that the installation is correct, is up to the code, the local code. Everything is correct. The panels are correct. Everything is in good shape. But the problem is the inverter is failing. It has different alarms, different malfunctions. No problem. We will send the warranty to the regional partner. The regional partner will have safety stock, provide to the EPC, and the EPC will replace the inverter for a new inverter. Of course, this looks very simple, but the logic works like that. We understand that when the grid comes down, if an inverter is not working, people will start losing money, and they will have to pay for the energy bill will be higher. But that's why we depend a lot on the EPC. The EPC must be a professional installer. They must have the knowledge. They must have all the experience to install correctly. And if our inverters are installed correctly, following the manuals, following all the local energy codes, the problems will be completely minimum. But if there is a problem, of course, we always respond. to this. And with this, we finish. So I hope you have a pleasant time. And this webinar will be recorded and be available. And we will be available for any questions. Maria?
Okay, thank you, Sergio, for your presentation. I don't see any questions right now, but if you want to ask something, is the moment. I yeah, I don't see any questions. Thank you for joining us to our first webinar with Solís. We would like to thank the Solís team for providing the space, especially to Sergio, who joined us today. And remember that the webinar will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. You can find us like Meiko Solar, and we look forward to supporting with all your solar projects. Remember that we have our warehouse in Dominican Republic. I'm going to share our contact information. And yeah, we are going to be um, very happy with help to you with your projects. We have our warehouse in Dominican Republic, but we also have our different warehouse like in Florida and Panama, Puerto Rico, and Colombia. And this is the contact information for the Caribbean Commercial Coordinator, Maria Paula Mendez, and the Caribbean Commercial Executive, that is Natalia Reis. So, yeah, I don't see any other questions. Say thank you to Sergio. Thank you for helping us today. And as Sergio said, we are going to record this webinar and to share in your email, your registered email. So yeah, this is it. Thank you, Sergio, again, and I hope to see you very soon.
Thank you all. Have a good day.